All right, check this out. You guys are back on the Hater World, and I'm Blue Devil. What we have going on today is a video of the American Cholo podcast with Spider Loc. Now, this video has been anticipated for about a week now. They are speaking about the interview that I had with Spider Loc over on the Haters Only podcast. And from what I've seen already, Mr. Criminal already responded. Now, I have not watched Mr. Criminal's response. I only watched the Spider and American Cholo podcast. I watched it last night after it premiered. I thought it was a dope podcast. These fellas were very professional. Nobody got in their feelings, and a dope podcast was made. So shout out to Spider and American Cholo. But check this out. Before we get into this video, to those that are new to the Hater World, make sure you go over, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, like the video, and most importantly, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you agree with my reaction or you don't. And to those that don't know, today you're going to find out. Blue Devil Reactions is our secondary page. I just uploaded a video today. Carlos Orellana on Caso Cerrado. It is a 30-minute video. Go over there and show some love. And also, we go live every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Well, you know what? Except Sunday. So 6 days a week, we go live on the page Hater World Uncensored. Hater World Uncensored. That's where we go live every day. We do live reactions. We chop it up in the chat. We go back and forth, and we clip everything. So make sure you go over to Hater World Uncensored. As a matter of fact, I'll put the link up here, all right? Hater World Uncensored. Other than that, if anybody wants to hit me up directly, wants to talk to me directly, right now I am accepting new sponsors. As you can see, we got a sponsor right here. Not only the homie Vallero Graphics, but 7sickles.com. We did give away 5 of their shirts on this last week's live. So go ahead and check out Vallero Graphics and 7 Sickles. They are on my Instagram page. But like I said, if anybody wants to hit me up, now we're taking sponsors. We need a few more sponsors for this month. So go hit me up on Instagram at TheHaterWorld. With all that being said, and no more to be said, let's watch this video. Once again, Mr. Criminal responded. I have not watched it. It is very hard to do videos about Mr. Criminal for the simple fact that, like I've said before, and I made it public, that he will not strike you, but he will, take the monetization off your video. So I have to figure out a way around that. And me, Blue Devil, I always do. So if it's not being dropped on Rumble, it might be dropped somewhere else. But regardless, we're gonna find a way. All right, just stay tuned. I'll give you guys the cheat code. I have found a way before. I'll find a way again. All right, give me a couple of days and I'll find the cheat code. Meanwhile, let's watch this video. It is titled Spider Loc Speaks on Criminal and Blue Devil. So with no further ado, let's get you guys a Southsider reaction. Let's get it.
Playing on a hell of a stereotype that
homie.
It was all love. So anyway, I recently was on the Haters World. Shout out to Blue Devil.
Blue Devil, homie, always pissing people off.
Yeah. I finally fell into his trick bag because he and I have a relationship that I initiated online.
Okay.
Me being aware of his content and just appreciating the way he kind of like walked the thin line of being in what I would consider black business. And he did it consecutively without offending me. I seen him react to a lot of shit, and I saw he did it pretty well, respectfully. So
look, listen, I've said it before, and to those that don't know today, you're gonna find out. Spider Loc reached out to me when I had about 1,000 subscribers, homie. 1,000. Not to say that I made it anywhere because of the 40-some thousand now that we have. I don't look at things that way, my boy. I look at things like I've been in this game for a long time, so subscribers don't make me. I could have 1,000 subscribers and you could have 100,000, but I got more influence than you, so it don't matter. But listen, he reached out to me when I had 1,000 subscribers, and he showed love right away. Bro, I respect that. I was like, all right, cool, because a lot of cats nowadays, they'll only hit you if your subscriber count is up, right? Like, oh, this guy only has 1,000 subs, fuck him. That's why if you ask anybody, I show love to all the little channels. And when I mean little, I'm talking about a few hundred to a few thousand. And again, not to say that mine's big, but it's a nice amount. But I show love to all the little ones. If you follow me on Instagram, I repost to everybody. I reply to everybody. I read everybody's messages and comments. Even here in my community tab, I'll repost little pages to big pages because everybody is on the come up. If you working, I see that. But again, Spider Loc reached out right away, and I told him, hey, my boy, check this out. The first podcast that I'm going to do is going to be yours because you were the first one to hit me. Everybody else going to fall behind. So anybody watching, if you haven't seen me on Spider Loc stuff, that means that I'm not going to go hit you yet. Respectfully, But I will. Anybody that wants me to go to their podcast, I will. I'll pull up. I'm not worried about anything. I'll pull up. But respectfully, Spider Loc got my first interview. Let's go.
In my platform, I started shouting him out. He reciprocated the love, and that led to me actually going on his platform as he invited me. So throughout the interview, he asked me a particular question about why I believed there hasn't been more collaborations between us and y'all throughout the history of underground rap hip hop. And just in general, me going through my Rolodex of thoughts and me trying to...
You guys want to know why I asked him that? I think I said it before. First of all, let me say what my plan was, because a lot of goofballs are watching and don't understand business, numbers, or even life. I said, I don't want to come onto YouTube and start a new YouTube page and do Chicano rap. My goal was never to do Chicano rap at all. Why do I want to do Chicano rap when everybody is doing Chicano rap, right? That looks like me, right? Not only that, but there could be 10 pages with 50,000 subs apiece, and it's the same 50,000 people following all 10 pages, right? So you're boxed in, number one. Number two, if I come in and I get 50,000 subs, it's going to be the same 50,000 subs you have. So we all sharing the same watchers, right? All right. But at the same time, I'm trying to help the homies out, right? So this was my plan. My plan was to create a hip-hop page. Hip-hop, all right? Current events and urban events. Urban, to me, means anything from Mexican to black to white. It's just whoever up in the mix, right? So I was going to create a hip-hop page, do reactions on all races, blacks, whites, Chinese, whatever was clever, right? All right, cool. Never Chicano rap at all. Wasn't even going to mention it. And then when I sort of blew up the page to 100, 200,000 subs, then I was going to come back and bring on all the Chicano rap homies so they can have a whole new audience from what they're used to. Now I got 200,000 people that are watching my page that don't know about Chicano rap, that don't know about, this guy or that guy, right? And so now they were going to be introduced like, oh, this guy's Chicano rapper. He's pretty tight. Let me follow him. So now you're going to get a whole new fan base, right? And it was already going, bro. I was, getting like 7,000 subs a month, every month, nonstop, until the homie YB put a stop to that. And he brought me up, and I had to respond. And then all of a sudden, all the Chicano rap dudes ran this way. And I don't mean the rappers. I mean the subscribers, the watchers. They came, and all of a sudden, they remembered who I was. And all of a sudden, this became a Chicano rap gossip channel. So my plans went down the drain, okay? That was the plan. Right? And like I said, no disrespect to nobody. No disrespect to anybody, but since that was the plan and it went down the drain, I said, you know what? I'll start doing podcasts. And everybody wanted to see podcasts, so I brought Spider Loc up here. And I said, I'm going to give the homie some shine. I'm gonna ask him some Chicano rap questions, because if he don't know about Chicano rap, he going to find out today, right? Because here I am trying to help Chicano rap. Hey, why is it that black homies don't pay Chicano rappers? I'm asking them, right? So that way he can spit game to you guys. So that way you guys can be like, man, the black homies don't pay us because maybe we're lacking this, maybe we're lacking that. But instead of you guys actually taking that as knowledge, you goofballs take it as disrespect and create problems. And now there's problems because now people are having to choose sides between Criminal and Spider because you guys couldn't take it as criticism. Let's go.
So the question, to the best of my knowledge, I organically said I thought, which was my opinion based on the question. He asked me why a whole culture of people haven't worked together more. That was the question. Before we get to Mr. Criminal's implications, the question was, why do you think the brothers haven't collabed more?
Yeah, and I think also what it also was, and I think he entitled it, would you pay for a Chicano?
No, he said Spider Loc would never.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what, listen, Blue Devil's great at that, brother.
Of course.
So when I do clips, I go back and watch what the person is saying, okay? And I never title something to clickbait nobody. It's basically something they said within the interview. You know, now it might not be the thing you want to hear, or it might not be like the best title, but it's coming based off of what the artist said. So I'm not lying. Either that or I put no punctuation and you guys read it as one what's that what is that called? A runoff sentence, and you guys can't really put your brain because there's no punctuation. So you start believing whatever your brain tells you to believe and you fall for it. Let's go.
Controversy.
And being on this side of the industry, I understand that part.
Right.
So I'm not upset with him whatsoever.
No, not at all.
Yeah, at all. So he's always shown me love on his platform. So what happened was I answered the question by saying, being put on the spot, and people need to understand, to the general listener, I was asked what I thought may be the reason.
Of course, your opinion.
On the spot, my opinion. And this was my first thought of many. I said, I don't know, it might be the lack of or the level of their mastery of the English language.
And people took insult to that.
A person in particular,
Yes.
initially. And then, of course, he had a choir that followed his sentiments.
Right.
However, I have relationships with a bunch of Sureños and Latinos in general that took no offense.
Right.
The reason
I said this before. When Spider Loc came, I had like 10 Southside homies in the back. You know, not only Southsides, you know, Sureño homies in the back, if that's what you want to call them. They were all here. They were watching it on the TV right here on this other side and in the back. So if they felt offended, believe me, my boy, they would have said something to Spider Loc, or they would have pulled me to the side and been like, hey, what's up with this? And I would have had to say something, because if not, I probably would have had a chequeada come my way, right? Nobody felt disrespected because they understand. We in a professional setting. I'm asking him for his opinion. That's how he feel. I'm not going to force him to feel any other type of way. That's how he feel. That's him as a man. Like, come on. Like, listen, to you guys that are watching, can anybody force you to feel a different type of way? Of course not, because you a man, right? Right? All right, let's go.
why I chose to approach you was because that has been a dead issue for a few months.
Facts.
But I guess Criminal is some guy named Bozo that I'm not familiar with.
Oh, shout out to the homie Bozo, yeah.
That's your homie, Bozo.
That's the homie, yeah,
Shout
for
out to
sure.
Bozo.
All right. They had a conversation, and then Criminal said some shit where Bozo probably claimed to be ESL. And that's part of the terminology I utilized when we had this conversation, which Criminal seemed to take offense to. So when Bozo said, yeah, I'm ESL bragging,
Right.
Criminal said, oh yeah, that's for Spider Loc.
Hey, I don't want to give credit to somebody, even though I do want to give credit to them, but I don't know if they want to be put on the front page. So I'm going to just be quiet, right? But I'm going to tell you like this. Somebody you guys know, and I know somebody you've seen up here, hit me up and said, hey, yo, check this out. And I go, what? He goes, remember the part where when you had with Spider Loc up there and you guys were talking about ESL? I go, yeah. And he goes, bro, Criminals just had an interview with Bozo, and it's fucked up. I go, what's fucked up? He goes, they were just going back and forth. Bozo didn't even know what they were talking about. They were just talking about a topic. And at the end of the topic, Criminal goes, that's for Spider Loc. And I go, so what the fuck's wrong with that? He goes, bro, he sort of threw Bozo under the bus. He didn't even give him a heads up like, hey, this conversation we're having right now is about this guy. He basically had the convoy at the end said, that's for Spider. Like, we both said it. And I was like, nah, for you tripping. And now that I hear this fool say it, it's like, damn, everybody must have caught it then. Like that. It's like if me and some guy are having a convo, bro, and at the end of the convo, I'll be like, yeah, and that's for this motherfucker. And then my homie looks at me like, what the fuck? I don't want no part of that. But it's already too late because I threw you under the bus. So that's what he's talking about.
And it kind of entered me into a situation I had nothing to do with.
Right.
But Blue Devil chose to react to it.
Facts.
So he did a reaction. And Blue Devil, throughout this whole reaction, trying to make a point and seemingly trying to appease his people, utilized the terminology that said, Spider Loc, he got a lot of trash music.
Garbage.
So I'm like, damn, this is a dude I've been fucking with for quite some time online. Trash.
Now, who said this?
Blue Devil.
Oh, Blue Devil.
Yeah.
So look, before they say anything else, I want to clear this up real quick. And I want to clear it up for a lot of people in the chat too. All right, so look. I see a lot of comments that are be like, hey, Spider Loc, you're always disrespecting Raza. There's a video of you at Home Depot disrespecting the homies, the Raza, the Paisas. Bro, that's all in the comments, right? And I don't know how many times I've said this before, but those that know and been around since back then know that that was not Spider Loc. That was 40 Glock. And if you don't believe me, go ask Anna Means. Back in those days, Anna Means made a video calling out 40 Glock because he was rolling around Home Depots taunting the Paisas, not Spider Loc. This was like what, 2011 maybe? So to clear that up, it was not Spider. But I say that to say this. When I was doing that reaction, I was fucking thinking of 40 Glock, homie. I was thinking of 40 Glock. And I call this music trash. And I'm sitting there after the video and I'm like, oh, fuck. When I was editing the video, I go, I meant to say 40. It was already too late, my boy. I wasn't going to take it down. I'm not going to lie, right? But go listen to the song called EC by Spider Loc and go listen to Beautiful World. I mean, there's a lot more. But those are the ones that I enjoy listening to. But just to make it clear, it wasn't Spider Loc dissing the Paisas, and I was confusing him with 40. I don't know why when I think of 40, I think of Spider. When I think of Spider, I think of 40. They're both blue ragging homies, and they both from Southern Cali. Maybe that's why. But let's go.
Boy, yeah.
Shots to Blue Devil.
Yeah, shout out. I wish he had one of them buttons.
Oh, we got the shots.
Yeah,
Give him the shots. Ours is better, homie.
What the? No, I ain't doing that. No, Blue D.
Ours is better, homie.
I ain't popping at you, Blue D.
We're taking everybody out.
Much love.
Hey, yo, American Cholo, I'm going to email you the gunshot pack, all right? Which one is it? There you go. I haven't pressed them in a while. What? Not on this side. There you go. I'm going to send it over to you.
Still a beautiful world, Blue D. No, but I would like to set an example of how I didn't appreciate him using that word, trash, to describe my music. But you know what I did? Opposite of what Criminal did. I text Blue Devil a very sarcastic text. Like, damn, please let me know which of my music that you consider trash.
Okay. And
it triggered him like, nah, you know, and then we hollered. And I didn't appreciate what he said, but I didn't get in my feelings.
Oh, you were on some grown man shit. That's
He texted me. I think it was early. I was getting ready to leave the pad and go to the studio, right? He texted me and he let me know how he felt. And I said, look, I'm doing a few things. I'm getting ready to leave the pad. Let me situate where I gotta go, and I'll hit you. And I hit him back, bro. It was a 5-minute convo. It was all love, water under the bridge, done deal. No, I didn't have to feel like, damn, this was gonna go diss me, or damn, this was gonna, I'm gonna have beef with this fool. None of that. It was all like, hey, my boy, listen, I was thinking of 40 Glock, and it was too late for me to take the video. It already had thousands of views, whatever, right? He understood, and it is. And he even told me, I'm gonna go up to American Cholo. I'm gonna talk about it. Fool, handle it. Handle it. I mean, I could have been a little bitch and been like, nah, fool, come on, how you gonna talk about me? My boy, run it up. Run it to the fucking sky. Let's go.
Which I would assume all of us did. I've known Blue Devil far shorter period of time than I've known Criminal. And it blew my mind that he reacted. I don't know if you've seen my reactions to.
Yeah, I did.
All right, so you heard his voicemails and all the shit he said.
That was crazy.
It blew my mind, bro. So what happened was when I heard Criminal react to Bozo, when I heard Blue Devil react to Criminals and Bozo conversation, and I saw it was still something lingering within the community where obviously Bozo wasn't up on what actually took place.
Right.
And he bit on some bait that when I listened to the level of intelligence that he has, he probably, if he knew better, wouldn't have went down that. He just being down with his homies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Bozo's down with the hood.
Exactly. And I can't knock him for that. However, Criminal represented as if I was disrespectful to him. And I sat back, I'm like, damn, okay. And without me knowing much about you other than you are one of the ones out here with this shit, content creating from the other side, one of the ones, I knew for a fact you had recently gone through some shit on the opposite side that was similar.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, where my people, my culture, my community thought you were being offensive, and they tried to make it way more than it was.
Absolutely.
And I watched you handle it without breaking the sweat. Shit got blown out of proportion by different people. So I said, you know what? In order for me not to have to kiss no ass, bite my tongue, I think the perfect place to have this discussion is with somebody who would be offended if I was offensive toward that community.
Absolutely, homie.
That's a dope way of thinking, because he could have easily said, hey, yo, Blue Devil, I want to go on your podcast to clear it up. But we have a friendship, so people are going to think that I'm biased, right? So go up to AC. He not going to hold his tongue. And if you dissing us, he going to tell you dissing us, right? So that was a perfect move. Now, there should be no excuses whatsoever about what they got going on or what Spider, how he meant it, if we dissed the homies or not. Because now you got the judge and the jury right there, American Cholo. But check this out. This video is already what? 24 minutes long. I'm going to give you guys a part 2. I'm going to just ask for one thing. That's it. I'm going to just ask for one thing. American Cholo, please don't copyright my video. American Cholo, please don't take my video down. American Cholo, please don't report my page. And with that being said, make sure you watch part 2 when it uploads. Make sure you watch part 2. Comment down below. I want to see how many people mess with the hater world. I want to see world emojis and devil emojis. Shoot them down. Part 2 will drop probably right after you watch this. It will be up tonight. So show some love. Shout out to Spider Low. Shout out to American Cholo. But we going to get to the spicy parts on part 2. With all that being said, number love to everybody. You guys already know there's been a Southsider reaction. I'm Blue Devil. There's been a Hater World production. And we out.